Hey friends, welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm gonna be making a fun fall soup recipe. I don't know if it's really fall soup, but it's soup recipe, so we're gonna go with it. I've had this saved on Pinterest for a while and I've been wanting to make it. We're finally gonna do it today. The recipe has different directions to do: Instant Pot, stovetop, and Crockpot. I'm gonna do the Crockpot or the slow cooker. We've got plans tonight, so it's perfect for me to get this started now. Then we can go do what we need to do, and when we come home, dinner will be just about ready. So let's get started with this recipe and see how it goes. So the recipe calls for carrots, onion, and celery diced up. I don't have celery where I went to pick it up, like when I was grocery shopping where I was going to pick that up. They didn't have any, and I didn't feel like going anywhere else. So next time I will definitely do it with celery. I'm not a celery fan, but I do love to put it in dishes like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my carrots and onion diced up. I'm also going to cut up some potatoes, and then we are gonna start this on the stovetop just to saute some of the veggies for a little bit, and then it'll move to the slow cooker. But I'm gonna go ahead and get these cut up first, and then I'll be back. All right, I'm warming up this pan. I'm gonna put in a couple tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. I'm gonna let that heat up for a second. All right, I think it's nice and hot. We're gonna add in our onion and carrot. You'd also be adding your celery here. Gonna add in some garlic. A little bit of salt, a little bit of parsley, basil, and rosemary. I think it was about a quarter teaspoon of each. You could also add in pepper, but I'm not a fan. And we're just going to let this cook for a couple of minutes to get this little tender and the onions starting to get translucent. And then we will go over to the slow cooker. All right, so I have a greased crock pot here, or slow cooker, and I've got two large chicken breasts in there. Mine are frozen. The recipe does not call for that, but I know frozen chicken does fine in the slow cooker, so I might just have to bump mine up to high at some point just to make sure it gets done. But putting in our cooked vegetables, we're gonna put in 2 cups of diced potatoes. We'll do a little more because I cut up a little more, I was guessing. And then also 1 potato that I peeled and cut into quarters. These will be pulled out later. Now we need 3 cups of chicken broth. I thought I had some more fresh in the freezer, not fresh, homemade in the freezer, but I don't. So I usually do keep a couple cartons in my pantry just in case. And that's gonna be it for now. We do have a few things we're gonna do later, but that is it for now. We're gonna put this on low for 6 hours. Like I said, I might put mine, let's see, I'm trying to think of when we're gonna be eating. It's in the afternoon, but we probably won't be eating dinner till like 9:30. Okay, it's probably gonna be fine on low. It'll probably be more like low for 7 for me, but I've got frozen chicken. All right, so I was just checking the recipe to see what all I needed to get ready for later, but there's really not that much. We're gonna shred the chicken, and then we'll pull out the large potatoes and mix that with a little bit of the broth in some milk, blend it, and then we'll put it back into the pot. Did I even say what we were making? I don't think I did. This is called chicken pot pie soup. So I also feel like, well, I don't care for peas, but I feel like peas would be good in this because I think peas are in chicken pot pie. But I don't like peas. So I don't think it would be good in this, but I feel like if you did, it would be. I might add a can of corn later because I feel like corn would be good in that, and I like corn and chicken pot pie. I love the texture of corn. So I'll decide later, but all we're gonna have to do later is gonna be pull out the chicken breasts and shred them and then blend up the potatoes with some milk and some of the chicken broth and then add it back in. So I think that's going to be it. So we're just gonna set this to the side for now and let it do its thing. All right, we are now home from small group. We had small group, came home, got a shower because I just wanted to get into my comfies. And I have the slow cooker over here. But what I'm gonna do is I got my NutriNinja here because we're gonna blend up some things. So I'm gonna get out those potato quarters. That's why I put them on top. I'm also gonna grab a half a cup of broth from here. I'm not using my wet measuring cup, but it's gonna be close enough. And I think a piece of carrot got in there too, but that's okay. And a half a cup of milk. I'm gonna go ahead and blend this up in my NutriNinja. It'll only take a second because this thing goes like crazy. Okay, that's all. And now I'm gonna pull out the chicken breasts. If I can do it without it totally falling apart. I mean, you want it falling apart, but I'm gonna try to get it out of there. I'm gonna just do one at a time, I think. I'm just gonna take out any fat pieces that are just hanging off. And we're just gonna shred this up. As you can see, kind of, because I was kind of in frame, this is incredibly tender, nice and juicy. You don't necessarily have to take out that little bit of fat, but anything that is still attached will just slide right off. You can see I'm not going crazy. I'm just getting kind of the bigger pieces. I mean, you can practically just smash that and it will shred right up. This back in the frame here. I'm gonna add all the chicken back in and whatever vegetables snuck out, and then just dump. Oh my, wow. So when you open that, be careful you don't splash yourself. I'm gonna have to go change my shirt. I'm guessing it's because it was hot. That just kind of went all over me. Sorry, I didn't have the camera pointed at me. Okay, this just, it's almost like a gravy. You can see that. Okay, mix that all together. And that is it. I'm gonna go change my shirt and then we'll eat. All right, so my hair looks funky. That's what I came on here to tell you. So full disclosure, it's a couple days later, but we're actually about to eat the leftovers of that soup. And I figured I would tell you what we thought about it. So I'll let Jesse go first.
Thumbs up, super tasty.
Okay, thumbs up, super tasty. I agree, it was very good. I feel like if you enjoyed peas, that would be a good addition. I was gonna add corn and I forgot. I think overall, I don't think there's anything else I was gonna say about that though, like follow up for what I did. But yeah, it was really good. I definitely recommend it. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. If you liked it, no, I was looking at your thumbs up. You always point your finger down like it's a thumbs down. Give it a thumbs up. And if you're new, don't forget, what is that?
Like, L?
That's a loser.
Oh. Like, subscribe, all the good things.
Thanks for watching, guys.